using a scale drawing to find actual area. So below it says a scale drawing for an apartment is shown below. In the drawing, 5 centimeters represents 6 meters. So every 5 centimeters represents 6 meters. Assuming the bedroom is rectangular, find the area of the real bedroom. So this one, we're given that 5 centimeters of the drawing represents 6 meters in real life. So we have a ratio, 5 meters to 6 meters, or more accurately, this is a scale factor, 5 centimeters to 6 meters. And they're putting the drawing in blue and the real life in red. And they tell us using this ratio, we can find the length and the width of the real bedroom. So we set up these two proportions. So we have finding the length of the real bedroom. So we have 5 centimeters to 6 centimeters. And then we have 10 centimeters for the length of the bedroom. So we have 10 centimeters here. So that's where they got 10. And then we don't know the length of the real bedroom. So now we go through and we cross multiply like a proportion. So here, I'll write it off to the side here. So we have 5 over 6 equals 10 over L. And I'm just writing that same proportion they have right here. I'm just writing it over here. So then they cross multiply. They have 5 times L equals 6 times 10. So once we have a proportion set up, we can cross multiply. 5 times L is 5L. 6 times 10 is 60. And then we divide by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Sorry, almost said 11. 12. So we know that the length of the bedroom is 12 meters. We would do the same thing for the width. So now we have 5 instead of 10. So I'll do this one in blue. So we still have 5 to 6 for our scale factor. That's not going to change. But what is going to change is now we have 5 centimeters for the bedroom, because we're coming up here to the top here because we did the 10 already. And we don't know the width. So now we're going to cross multiply again. So we have 5 times W equals 6 times 5. And we get 5W equals 30. We divide by 5. All right, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 30 divided by 5 is 6. So we know that the width of the bedroom is 6 meters. So now that we have the actual dimensions of the bedroom, we can find the area. Area for a rectangle is just simply length times width. So area equals length times width. So area is 12 times 6 is, let's see, pretty sure that's 72. And then we'd have meters squared. So we scroll down here to the bottom, 72 meters squared. So first we need to know the actual lengths. Then we can use that to find the area. So let's click start. And okay, so a scale drawing for a plot of land is shown below. In the drawing, 4 centimeters represents 5 meters. So right away, I know I'm going to use 4 centimeters to 5 meters. So this is centimeters and this is meters. All right, and I need to know what my other side of the proportion is going to be, and I'm probably going to have to do 2, just like I did on the example. So assuming the backyard is rectangular, find the area of the real backyard. So we're finding the area of the backyard. We don't really care about the apartment. They're giving us too much information here, which they did on the example. I just didn't talk about it. They gave us way too much information. We don't need the apartment. All we need is the backyard. So we know the backyard, and if this is length and this is width, and it doesn't really matter which one you label length or width. So we need to find the length of the backyard and the width of the real backyard. So we know it's 8 centimeters to L. So we're going to cross multiply here. So we have 4 times L equals 5 times 8. And we have 4L equals 5 times 8 is 40. And then we're going to divide by 4. And we get L, and this cancels again. Any number divided by itself cancels. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So the length of the backyard is 10 meters. I'm going to switch to red here. So for the width, we still have, oh, that's more of an orange. Oops, wasn't paying attention. We still have 4/5. It's still centimeters to meters. And I'm putting that because centimeters are on top, meters are on the bottom. It's just kind of a quick way for me to know that I'm doing it correctly. So for the width, I have 12 centimeters. I know that has to go on top. I don't know the width for the real backyard. So I'm going to cross multiply here. I have 4 times W equals 5 times 12. 4W equals 60. 5 times 12 is 60. I'm going to divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, where it cancels. Get W, and then 60 divided by 4. Let's see, we can go in once with 20 left over, so 5. So I did some mental math on that one. So I got the width of the backyard is 15 meters. So now remember, we're looking for area. We needed length and width to find area. So area equals length times width. So length is 10, width is 15. So we have area equals 150 meters squared. All right, so let's go here and go 150 meters squared, check. All right, we got that one. Let's clear, and let's do the next one. All right, we'll start with orange on this one. And so it says a scale drawing for a restaurant is shown below. In the drawing, 2 centimeters represents 3 meters. So we still have centimeters to meters on this one. And again, this is just so you know, centimeters go on the top of your proportions, meters go on the bottom. Assuming the dining hall is rectangular, find the area of the real dining hall. So we only care about this rectangle here. We don't care about the kitchen. Again, the kitchen is just too much information. So now we have width and length. So we need to know the width and the length of the real dining hall so that we can find the area. So let's go with width first on this one. So we have 2 centimeters. Centimeters go on top, and we don't know the real width. We're going to cross multiply, so we get 2 times W and 3 times 2. So in this one, I have 2 times W, which is 2W, equals 3 times 2, which is 6. And I'm going to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 cancels. W equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right, let's go with blue for the next one. So now we need to know, we know the width, we need the length. We still have 2/3. That's our scale factor that they gave us up here. So remember the original scale factor we're going to keep using. Centimeters to meters. All right, so we have 6 centimeters for the scale. We don't know the real length. So I have 2 times L equals 3 times 6. 2 times L is 2L. 3 times 6 is 18. And I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. 2 divided by 2 cancels. L equals 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I have 9 meters. I completely forgot. I don't know if I can grab that same orange again. Kind of close. I forgot to put the meters on that one. So we have 3 meters for the width and 9 meters for the length. So now remember, I need area. That's why I'm doing all this. I need length and width so that I can go length times width. And that means that I'm going to get 27 meters squared. The reason we say meters squared is because both of these have a meter or an m. And if you think of it, if it was just a variable and you did m times m, you get m squared. So same thing with meter, we just say meters. But the units work the same way. Even if it's centimeters and centimeters, you'd have centimeters squared. So you kind of treat it like a variable. All right, check. Yay. All right, one more. And let's go back out here and next. A scale drawing for an apartment is shown below. In the drawing, 1 centimeter, whoops, gotta click this. 1 centimeter represents 4 meters. So we still have centimeters to meters. They do seem to like that on these problems. And then assuming that the bedroom is rectangular, find the area of the real bedroom. So again, we are only focusing on the bedroom. We don't actually care about the living room. It's just too much information. So now we want length and width. Again, it doesn't matter which one is length and which one is width. Just pick one to be length, pick one to be width. So let's go ahead and find length first. So we have 3 centimeters. We don't know the length of the real one. Going to cross multiply here. We have 1 times L equals 4 times 3. 1 times L is L. 4 times 3 is 12. So we don't even have to divide or do anything extra. We just know that the length of the bedroom is 12 meters. So now we're going to go with 1/4 again. And we have centimeters to meters equals. So now we want to find the width. We know that the scale it's a width of 2 centimeters. I don't really want to write centimeters on there because centimeters is written up above. Sorry. Talking too much while I'm trying to write and writing what I'm saying. So 2 centimeters on the top because we know that that's centimeters, but we don't know the real width of the room. So we have 1 times W because we start to cross multiply equals 4 times 2. 1 times W is W. 4 times 2 is 8. So now we have a length of 12 meters, a width of 8 meters. We can find our area. We have length times width. So let's see, this is going to be, I'm going to write it out so I don't mess it up. So I have 16, 8, 9, so 96 meters squared. And it's perfectly fine to write it out like this. If you do have access to a calculator, that also works. But it's just as easy to write it out really quick. So sometimes it's a little easier for me to look at it vertically instead of horizontally. Just because for whatever reason this doesn't always line up in my head, but this lines up really easy for me. So that's why I lined it up that way. All right, we're good to go. We finished another one.